Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 29th of September. This week begins with the Sun continuing in the part of your scope to do with sociability. And the Sun is going to be feeding into a great angle with Jupiter, your ruler, and also Mars, which is in your sign later this week. So I do feel that it can be a very action-packed time. Not only that, Jupiter continues its angle with Uranus, the planet of unpredictability, and your natural love of doing things that are a little bit more varied and spontaneously is also going to be emphasized this week. In fact, later in the week, Uranus and Jupiter start to forge a fantastic angle with Mars, known as a grand fire trine. This is incredibly enabling, and it gives you an opportunity to be much more experimental in your approach. You are someone who always wants to soak up the next exciting new experience, and this week is absolutely made for you. And it even comes to pass around your love life as well, because on Tuesday Venus moves into the friendliest part of your scope. And even if a relationship has struggled a bit of late, celebrate the things that you have in common rather than focusing on the things that see you apart. And if you are single, I do feel that Venus working through this part of your scope in the next 28 days can lead to an increase in your social interaction, and therefore a great opportunity to get to know somebody new is definitely heading your way. In fact, one person already in your circle or who's a friend of a friend could actually start to take your attention a lot more in the weeks to come. Now there is another big change this week, and that does see Mercury, the planet of communication, start to twist backwards in a very complex part of your horoscope. And despite the fact that your situation is actually sparkling bright this week, this needs more care. It suggests that there could be some niggling issues in the back of your mind, or perhaps in the back of your consciousness, that may start to come into the open over the following 10 days, as Mercury does rewind just in Scorpio. It then goes backwards into Libra. But it's important, if something is niggling away, that you don't just brush it off, that you do get it out, try to work with it, and try to clarify what the issue is. So don't suffer in silence, because there is a part of you that sometimes would rather not talk about how you feel, because just moving on to that next exciting new project seems the way to get past anything that's troubling you. But if something is there, then it does need looking at. And also be conscious that someone could be a little bit insincere with this particular change. Also, as the week draws to a close, the Sun and Uranus go face to face. Well, this is certain to create a lot of excitement. And I don't think that the second of these two weekends is going to be dull at all. In fact, I think it's going to be absolutely changing by the minute. And you may have to be quite fluid, because things that seem to be set in stone could be changed at the last minute. But you know, even if they are, no zodiac sign will deal with any alterations better than you. It's been a real pleasure being with you, but I'd like to tell you my year 2015 horoscope videos are now live on YouTube, so please join me to watch these. But for now, thank you and goodbye.